Hello everyone, it is soup day. I hope you brought your spoons and a bowl because I'm going to show you how to make macaroni and cheese chicken soup. It's kind of like a chicken noodle soup and macaroni and cheese kind of all put together. We've got a mirepoix going on with carrots, celery, and onions. Yeah, it's going to be good. You ready? I've got my chicken right here. We're going to go ahead and get started with that. We're going to be using 3 chicken breasts. These are boneless and skinless. What I'm going to do is slice these thin lengthwise. That way they'll cook faster. What we're looking to do is brown them in our Dutch oven or your soup pot. That'll lock in some delicious flavor and get the flavors going in our pot. All right, let's go ahead and get that going. This is about 1.5 pounds of chicken. So just start midway and then just slice through. Just like that. We'll be doing these in 2 batches. Just pull back on it so you can see where you're at. Make sure you have a good sharp knife for this. There we go. Okay, we're going to wash our hands and then we're going to salt and pepper both sides of the chicken. This is 1 layer of flavor, so make sure we flavor it good. Salt and then some pepper. All right, flip it over, get the other side. All right, we're going to start getting our soup pot or our Dutch oven nice and heated up. We're going to turn the burner onto a medium-high heat. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of some cooking oil. We're going to take some butter and I'm going to add 1 pat of it into the oil. We want to have it nice and melted and have a sizzle to it. This will add some flavor also. All right, we like that sizzle sound. Because we cut the chicken thin, it'll cook faster. We'll be cooking it about 3 minutes on one side. We'll go ahead and place the chicken in. We're doing these in batches, so I'll be able to get 3 pieces of chicken in. You're going to want to let this sit for about 3 minutes till we get a nice golden crust on the back side. Okay, we're going to start turning the chicken over. Oh yeah, that looks good. Three more minutes. And you want to have a plate ready because we're going to pull the chicken out, do the next batch, and the chicken is going to rest on the plate. It's going to finish cooking at the end of the recipe. We're going to cook this for 3 minutes. Flip it over, cook it another 3 minutes, and then pull it out of the pan. Oh yeah, ready to go. All right, we're going to turn off the burner. Leave everything in there. That's all goodness that's going to go in our soup. We're going to start working on that mirepoix, which is our carrots, celery, and onion. So I've got 4 carrots. I've already peeled them. We're just going to take off the ends. Got my celery, 2 ribs. Just going to cut off the ends there. And then we've got the onion. Take off both ends. We're going to take off the outer layer. Cut your onion in half. We're going to make big slices. And then just make big dices. The onions will cook down. I'm just going to cut my celery ribs into 3s, long ways. Yeah, leave the flour part on there. That's the good stuff right there. Cut them pretty small. We're still doing the chicken soup part. It's got all the good stuff in it. Now these are very small carrots, so I'm just going to cut them like they are because they're very thin. If you have really thick carrots, you might want to cut those and then cut them into pieces. They're going to cook in the broth. We'll make sure it's all small so it cooks nice and tender. Okay, we're going to get our pot back onto a medium-high heat. We left all that goodness in there from the chicken, so we're going to get this hot again so that we can sear down our carrot, celery, and onion, or mirepoix. So I think I'm going to add a little bit more oil and some butter to that. Tablespoon of butter. We'll get that sizzling. Let's scrape up some of those bits on the bottom. Yeah, look at that. All right, let's go ahead now and add our mirepoix. Just going to add it all. Yeah, good sound. Then we're going to give it a little bit of salt and pepper, season it up. We're going to cook these down until they're nice and tender. Oh, it looks good in there. It smells good too. This is our soup base right here. We're going to cook this for about 3 to 4 minutes until it's nice and softened down. If your vegetables are bigger, you can cook them for about 5 to 6 minutes to get them nice and soft. Okay, they look really good in there. What we're going to do now is add our broth. Now you can add chicken broth, you can add vegetable broth if you like. I'm just going to be using chicken broth, and you want 4 cups. So we're going to pour this in, and then we're going to start deglazing the bottom of the pan, getting all those bits up from everything, locking in all those flavors. Ooh, sounds good. Now you want to put this on a high heat so we can bring this to a boil. All right, I've got a boil going on. We're going to go ahead now and flavor our soup. I have ground nutmeg. We're going to add about 1/4 teaspoon. Yeah, we're going to pop this soup full of flavor. I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of some thyme leaves. Oh, thyme and chicken, they go together. Yep. We're going to add some mustard. 1 tablespoon. I've got some Dijon mustard. All right. Oh, that smells good. All right, let's mix this together. When you're standing over this pot, you're going to be so amazed at the flavors coming out of here. All right, we've got some elbow pasta for our macaroni and cheese. You want 8 ounces. We're going to let this simmer for 20 minutes on the medium-low heat. Now, if you need to add more broth, take a look at your level and you can add more broth to it if you would like. I'm going to be watching this in about 10 minutes from now. I'm going to see if I need to add more broth. I'm going to place a lid on it. I'm going to come back and check it every so often, make sure nothing is sticking on the bottom of the pot. We want that pasta to be almost cooked through and the veggies nice and tender. We're going to finish this off because, you know, this is a macaroni and cheese chicken soup. So We've got a few more things to do. Finish this off. People are going to be amazed. Now while our soup is simmering, I'm going to go ahead and take our chicken that we seared off and just place it on a cutting board, and then I'm going to cut it up to bite-sized pieces and get that ready to add after the 20 minutes. I'm going to cut it into very thin strips and then just cut that into dices. You can also shred the chicken if you want to do that and leave it in strips. However you want to cut it up. Okay, we're going to take the lid off. Oh yeah, that looks good. We're going to add 2 cups of milk, or you can put half and half in here. We're going to add our chicken so that can finish cooking. All right, stir this all together. It's looking good in there. Now I did add another cup of broth to my soup here because I kind of want it soupy. We're going to place our lid back on. We're going to let this simmer another 20 minutes. Letting it simmer another 20 minutes will allow it to fully cook the chicken and finish cooking our soup. Get all those flavors to just meld together. All right, we're going to take the lid off. I turned the burner off. Doesn't that look good? Oh yeah, all it needs now is some cheese. You want 2 cups of your favorite shredded cheese. Cheddar cheese, Monterey Jack cheese, whatever you like. I'm going to sprinkle it in. Yep, that's the macaroni and cheese. Stir this all together. Get it nice and melted. Did y'all bring your spoon? You got your bowl? Let's bowl this up. Let's give it some fresh parsley. There's my spoon. Well, that'll warm you up on these nice chilly days. That's delicious. That'll warm you up. Wow. I can feel that warm me up all the way down to my toes. Are you making your own? So what do you think of my macaroni and cheese chicken soup? I'm going to link my playlist of all of my soup recipes that I have for you down in the description box. Now, if you can't find the description box, you can go to my recipe blog, catherinesplates.com. Find all of my soup recipes there. And then you can find the videos also. They're attached to the recipe if you want those. All right, y'all, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below what you think. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. That way you'll always know when shows like this one here are posted. I'll see y'all on the next episode. Ooh, that cheese.